Stop chasing. Look, it's Marcel, aka Honey Bunny Sunny, and I'm on a mission to make you some money. Listen, today I got a great video for you all. Today, listen, it's so important that y'all get this. So I'm gonna slow it down. When you show up for yourself, create some sort of reward system, right? Create some sort of reward system. When you show up to your job or whatever you have to consistently show up towards to improve and get better, create some sort of reward system for yourself to help you stay in the game, right? The whole idea of discipline is extremely tough at times, right? It's times where you don't feel like doing shit. If you're in the grind, if you're pushing for more, if you're manifest, whatever you want to call it, it is not easy, and never let somebody tell you that it's easy. What it is, however, is it's fair, right? It's true because you're rewarded based off of what you put in. So in that journey, in that process, when you may not be seeing that full picture manifest, just make sure that you have some way to reward your efforts. I'm not saying go break the bank, go spend a ton of money, but just do something for yourself that acknowledges that, hey, I saw you show up. Good job, right? The world's not going to clap for you, but I see you. Good job, right? Every single day you show up for yourself, you have won. I know I said this in a previous video, but I'm reiterating it, and I'm making this like the focus of this video. And the reason is because it's so easy to return to who you were because you got so much experience with that person, right? It's so easy, like the smallest things, right? I don't want to preach, but like the smallest things can knock you off of your frequency and send you back into a state of your old self, your comfort zone, right? You could be eating right. You could be showing up to the gym and you get a phone call from somebody and they may be reaching out to you in a moment of loneliness or in a moment of despair or sadness. And you accept that invitation and you go and do that thing knowing that that thing could possibly take you off your regimen. You allow that person that you used to communicate get back in touch with you after you've already cleaned up your vibration and realize that you're not attracting the same people anymore. But you pick up that phone, right? You invite that frequency back in, you accept it, and then that is usually the turning point to send you backwards. That's usually the starting point of you going back into that old frequency. And I always say this, I tell people all the time, we got to stop getting back to stuff. We have to stop being like, I'm about to get back in the gym. We have to learn how to maintain the new frequency that we're on. That's what it's about. And I'm not saying that you got to be perfect, but you have to maintain that new frequency long enough for it to actually be a frequency, for that to actually be your new comfort zone. And there will be a time where life will bring you to a point where that's outdated, right? But you have to do something a ton of times, consistently, daily, right? Showing up to it no matter how you feel in order for it to become a part of your identity. This is where it gets good because your identity works harder than anything. This is what this video is leading up to. You have to become a new person and you have to identify with that person. That identity is what tells you, yes, go that way. No, don't go that way, because it's this constant conversation internally that's like, am I good enough for this? Am I not good enough for this? Am I good enough for this? Am I not good enough for this? Nobody really want to say it out loud, but everything boils down to what you believe you deserve, right? The reason you work so hard is actually building up that identity, right? You could actually work a little less hard if your identity was intact. Some people have to work a little overtime to get aligned with that identity. But that is what drives your efforts. That is what drives your, your actions, and that's ultimately what's going to dictate who you merge with, who you ultimately become, right? So get clear on who it is that you have to be to get to where you want to go. Do that thing frequently. Abandon everything that is not aligned with that. I don't care what it is, who it is. I don't care how much you like them. I don't care how much they like you. When something is out of alignment, it is not doing you any good. And words are words. But frequency is frequency, and you can feel it and you know it, and you got to trust it. All right? Let's start cleaning that frequency up. Let's start sticking to the plan. Let's start staying where we are. Right? And I wish y'all nothing but the best. That's what today brought to me, y'all. This is listen, sometimes the video is going to be about stock trading and investment and stuff like that. And sometimes it's just my heart to yours. All right, so I hope this was helpful. Again, remember all the time, invest smart, live free. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.